After your students have engaged with and investigated their challenges, they will work together to develop an action concept. In this challenge tip, we'll explain how to develop an action concept in the ACT phase. The ACT phase of the challenge-based learning framework is intended to help learners develop their grounded solutions and authentically implement them. Learners develop a prototype, receive feedback from community members, and implement their action as they work toward a solution to their challenge. Encourage your students to revisit their sparking lots and develop action concepts based on the ideas they had during the engage and investigate phases. Based on the action concept, students can start to develop prototypes, experiment, and test their ideas. Action concepts have three parts: a goal, a tool, and an action pathway. An example of an action pathway might be, in order to preserve the stories of my community, I will use audio mixing software to create a podcast. In this example, the goal here is to share the stories of the community. The tool is the audio mixing program, and the action pathway is making a podcast. It is important to help students concretely identify these three parts of their action concept at the beginning of the ACT phase. Here are a few suggested tips that we recommend you use during the ACT phase. Choose an action pathway before writing an action concept. The resource library has a variety of ideas for action pathways to guide students in creating and applying digital tools and technologies in their solutions. The Challenge Builder is also a helpful tool that can help students select and justify their action pathways and document their action concept. Support students to develop action concepts that are measurable and actionable. While it is important to let students dream big, make sure that students are aware of limitations that might exist and work to overcome these barriers. Help students to consider how their action concepts are sustainable, shareable, and scalable. Work with your community members to act. We recommend involving community members to ensure student actions align with other work in the community. Encourage learners to practice pitching their action concept with community members and share what they learned through their research phase and their team's proposed solutions to their challenge. Remember, your action is just the first step. While students might not be able to completely solve a challenge facing their community, they can work toward the solution with their actions and make small differences that add up to a big community